Morning, Chalan. Welcome back to the social session of social protest movements where we learnt about socialism in our previous class. We have seen some of the famous socialist thinkers like Karl Marx attitude and Friedrich Engels, where they felt that socialism is an alternative for capitalism where every worker will have a share in the profit. So from that attitude, socialism also came into India. Okay, how it entered into India, how it received support in India also we'll see today. In the early days, that is during the British period in India, Swami Vivekananda was deeply influenced by the ideas of socialism which was growing in Europe and America. When he visited those continents, he understood about the socialism. As the nationalist movement grew in India, many nationalists were also influenced by the Russian Revolution. Russia में socialistic revolution चला था and that was successful. And by looking at Russia, many Indian nationalists also wanted to implement the same kind of model in our country. And Russian Communist Revolution of 1917 was a source of inspiration for many of the Indian nationalists, particularly as a revolutionary movement declared that it will support all the nationalistic issues. And many leaders like M.N. Roy, Bhagat Singh, Jawaharlal Nehru were also very enthusiastic socialists, and they wanted to implement the socialistic ideas after India become independent. As a factory production developed in the Indian cities, जैसे बॉम्बे में, बंगाल में, that is Calcutta में, Madras में, Chennai में, factory production has grown. Many leaders also organized into the trade unions, okay, and among the workers, they too were influenced by the ideas of Marxism and went to found the Communist Party of India in 1920. So with the inspiration derived from the Karl Marx and with the revolution that took place in Russia, they went on to create a separate political party to achieve this goal called as Communist Party of India in 1920. So आज तक भी वो चल रहा Communist Party of India. And when you look at the women's movement in the industrialization, women का जो role है और women का जो political right and economic rights जो है, they started fighting for them during the this period, that is during the process of industrialization. That was during the medieval and the early modern times. Women were dominated by men across the world in every part. Of course, in our country, slowly now the transformation is taking place, but in most of the Western countries already the equality has been achieved. Okay, it's not that discrimination of men and women now. Both will be treated equally. So, but in medieval times as well as in the early modern times, there was a discrimination between men and women, and men are naturally dominated than the women. So, they did not have access to the property or civil rights like voting at all. We have seen already in the French Revolution how women were not given right to vote. Later, in 1940s, they were given the right to vote. And even in England also, women were given right to vote in 1918. So, likewise, women were not given the political rights and the property rights at all, legal rights, and they were mostly restricted to the household works like cooking, bringing up children, and taking care of the elderly people at home and assisting men at work. Only these kind of jobs used to be done, and they are not even paid for that. And they started to change with industrialization as women began to deploy. They were began to be employed in the factories in large number. As a woman came out of their houses to work and earn, they developed a new identity for them. When there is a financial source, then automatically the woman's identity keeps on changing. So there was a new identity for themselves and their role in the society. They began to assert the principle of equality. On par with men, why we are not paid? So such kind of assertion they started developing in the society, and whether they were women or men, they are the human beings and they should be treated on par with them. So when the French Revolution was preparing the Declaration of Rights of Men in 1791, it was a declaration of rights of men but not women. So during that, many French women also protested against the draft, and they had demanded a separate declaration for the rights of the women even. So that they declared that women are born free and remain equal to men in rights. Social distinctions may only be based on the common utility. All citizens, including women, are equally admissible to all kinds of public dignities like offices, and employments according to their capacity. Now today, woman is even the prime minister and president of the countries today. A woman can fly the aeroplanes, women can fight in the battle. So woman is not there is no such a profession where only men dominates today. So on par with the men, women are given equal opportunities in today's society. So of course, this declaration was never passed by the French Assembly. However, the goals of the women's movements in Europe and America were that women should be treated on par or equal with the men, that they should have the right to vote, they should participate in running the government through the right to vote and hold the public offices. And today, in the previous election also, Hillary Clinton had contested for the president of America, and now our Indian origin has contested for the vice president of America from Democratic Party, that is Joe Biden. Joe Biden is a presidential candidate and Kamala Harris is a vice president candidate from the Democratic Party in America, and she has won. So hope the Indian origin will become the vice president of America. So woman has come to such a position that she can manage to be in the political position in one of the powerful country of the world also. So about the women movements we shall further see in the next class also, children. Until then, take care. Thank you.